Hello everyone, welcome back to the irradiated hole, also known as my channel. Today we're going to talk about the response I had within my last video. Oh well, it wasn't much of a response. It's more like just a bunch of ignorant people just telling me to cry more over polygons in a video game. I also wanted to say that I made a few mistakes in the last video. Firstly, the audio, I know it was bad. I'm very sorry for that. Secondly, the structure being non-existent. I actually tried scripting this time, and that's probably why I sound a bit weird. And then stating points as facts, which is the main thing. I just wanted to say sorry for that. As a giant robot alien would say, sorry, my bad. Okay, so everything is solved, and I can continue on to the points you gave me, and revamping the ones that I had last time, so enjoy. Before we start, I wanted to say this is all a Fury, so the battle passes might come back, they might not, they might later, who knows? Well, then Epic Games themselves. Alright, so let's start. To clarify this mistake, the season shop was exclusive. There's this screenshot for when version 1.8.2 came into the game, which stated, check out the newly opened season shop, an exclusive store, remember that, filled with limited time, gliders, outfits, and pickaxes. Now that explains that the season shop was an exclusive store, and the items within it were limited time. Which still stands knowing our Renegade Raider and Aerial Assault Trooper, again exclusive styles. Similar to the Paradigm. Cause they're exclusive. Like what? And they just brought back the season shop and revamped it. So I really don't get what your point is here, trying to just lie. Also, the fact the season shop is back means that they gave out the exclusivity to it. This will be referenced later. Alright, whenever you log into Fortnite, there's this thing at the bottom says verifying EULA. Now you don't know what the EULA is if you already played the game before. If you first played the game, or like, whenever they change it, this big wall of text shows up, which gives you all this information about that. Now, one of those pieces of information for this agreement is,
this agreement contains a binding, individual arbitration and class action waiver provision. If you accept this agreement, you and Epic agree to resolve disputes in binding, individual arbitration and give up the right to go to court individually or as part of a class action. And Epic agrees to pay your arbitration costs for all disputes of up to $10,000 that are made in good faith. See Section 12. You have a time-limited right to opt out of this waiver.
And if we get into Section 12...
Please read this section carefully. IT affects your rights, including your right to file a lawsuit in court. There is nitrogen monoxide judge or jury in arbitration, and discovery procedures and appellate rights are more limited than in court. Most issues can be resolved quickly and amicably by contacting Epic customer support at epicgames.com/customer-service. But we understand that sometimes disputes can't be easily resolved by customer support. This section explains how you and Epic agree to resolve those disputes, including where applicable by binding, individual arbitration. Arbitration is an alternative dispute resolution procedure that allows us to resolve issues without the formality of going to court. Any dispute between you and Epic is submitted to a neutral arbitrator, not a judge or jury, for fair and fast resolution. Arbitration is more efficient for both you and Epic.
There's more, but this is really long, bro. If you want to read all the legal sections, I have the EULA link down below. Recently, and I mean 3 weeks ago, or almost a month ago now, knowing how long I take with this, the FTC were planning to sue Epic Games for bad practices within their game. And to combat this, and the week later when Skibidi Toilet came out and before the OG shop skins came back, Epic updated their TOS and their EULA, where if you have already signed the class action lawsuit, and if you played the game by that time, that instantly cancels out the lawsuit, so you lose all that money. Where's the Fortnite money, Skylar? Walt, Holly wants to play on your account to play Party Royale. TLDR, this means you can't sue them. By the way, don't try and do, oh, we live in Europe bullcrap. Because remember when we tried to sue Blizzard for their weirdo gambling loot boxes in Overwatch 1? So what's the point in that? Also, if you do agree to the EULA, the agreement is just transferred through North Carolina law, so I really don't know that any European laws can be applied here if the FTC or someone else can try and sue Epic. One more thing, it's really funny how you guys try and say Epic can't use legal loopholes, meanwhile the FTC did a similar thing to go against their EULA. Now I know big companies bad, but that's actually hilarious, bro. Alright, the battle passes were advertised as limited time, so that means that each battle pass is attached to that season. And as it says by here, only the current one can be purchased. That means only the current season can be purchased. And knowing how Fortnite says Chapter 1 Season 1 came out back in the day, we can at least assume they can use a legal loophole, is that this OG mode Chapter 1 is the same Chapter 1 from back in the day. Now, they can use that loophole to say that Season 2 has been re-added into the game and can resell the battle passes, kind of like how the season shop came back. And to go back on that topic, remember when I found this screenshot, right? Well, I found this argument on Twitter.
Most people forgot about this image's existence. This will probably be the reason why the items get an exclusive style if they return.
As they changed wording in blog post, their return is possible.
I know it's possible, but the post is mainly regarding if they'll get styles or not.
And look at what happened. The files were updated for Aerial and Renegade, they came back, and now they're getting OG styles. Just like how these Redditors predicted it. One more thing, this sentence. The Chapter 5 Season 4 bit. Oh well. States that Battle Pass items from those seasons are not Battle Passes, so there's a chance Epic can do that. Alright, here's an emotional argument OGs use, and I'm going to just ask you. What promise? That I won't make money for a small part of their player base? Like, are you kidding me? Oh well, that is if we count a Chapter 1 Season 1 to 5. Now, out of the 500 million total players registered in the game, now for the OG part, that is also counting OG accounts. If we do count accounts that have been sold or stolen, inactive, or people who didn't buy their stuff in the first place. Because 7 years is a long time, right? I was 13 when this game came out, now I'm 20. I know there are active players, they're like over 2 million active right now. And the all-time peak being over 10 million back in Chapter 4 OG. But my point still stands. Also, we don't know if those people are OG or not, so we just don't know at this point. They might be biased because of their friends, their friend groups, content creators, etc. Be biased to that because they either want to make them happy or just blindly obey them. Also, about the topic of broken promises, right? Remember when Epic said Save the World was going to be free in 2018? Remember when they promised us Twine Peaks was going to have a story? Remember when Donald Mustard was setting up his whole storyline thing until the topic of the metaverse was said? So I'm pretty sure that breaking another promise at this point is just going to be nothing for them. By the way, speaking of Save the World, I think the only promise Epic can't revoke from this game is getting rid of Founders stuff. Well, the only thing I'm saying is just the free V-Bucks and like the heroes and stuff. I'm pretty sure they can just revoke the pickaxes and the skins, just to add on to them weirdo little pack things that give you V-Bucks. Because we actually funded the game at the time, unlike the rest of the BR cosmetics. Also, isn't this promise a bit selfish if you think about it? Hoarding all these battle passes from new players because if you're playing first, that is like saying you can't buy the original COD Modern Warfare because you weren't there to play it in the first place. Oh wait, I have a better analogy. You remember when COD Modern Warfare had a remaster? Imagine that was locked to only players that played Modern Warfare 1. But then when people actually want that remaster to be public, everyone else from like the Modern Warfare section was saying, no, you can't do that. That's selfish of you. Stop crying over pixels, bro. It's literally nothing. Like, bruh. Also, how will that support them as a business? We know FOMO is strong, right? But it doesn't help a business in the long run, which is why Epic is using this vague wording, and I'll be explaining this later. One more thing to wrap up this segment, people are using this FAQ as like a gotcha moment, because they say, oh, it's more powerful than TLS, but I just don't see it. It's just frequently asked questions. Like for example, oh hey Blizzard, are you gonna add story mode to Overwatch 2? Yes we are guys, 2 years later. Guys, we are so sorry, we are cancelling Overwatch 2 story mode, and instead selling a pack which we are forcing you to buy just to actually get story from it. And now we're going to sell you 12 million Fortnite battle passes because we really want to be Fortnite. By the way, speaking of one more thing about the screenshot, doesn't this support the season shop being exclusive, knowing how that word's used here for the battle pass items? So that just increases my point. Also, I forgot to say, Ride the Pony was given to founders and Sparkle Specialist was given to Boogie Down winners. Now, I know people are going to use those as like an exception because of what I explained, but the problem is here, they're still exclusive items within the battle pass. So what's the point there? Alright, now on to your arguments. Are you 12? Okay, to counter that question, aren't Renegade and Ariel back in the shop right now? Meanwhile, their OG Pass variants are on the OG Pass. Also, not every single Battle Pass skin has a reskin in the shop. Tell me what's Trog's reskin, or Huntress, or Sergeant Winter, or Zenith, or Fable, or Sunstrider, Master Key, Ember, Ruin, Vega, Strata, Singularity, Sentinel, Demi, Vendetta. Alright, I think you got it now. Is that right? And that's only Chapter 1. I had all the skins that didn't make it through Chapter 2, 3, 4, and 3/4 of 5. That might never come back, because they're not as popular. Also, some of the Battle Pass skins only have reskins for the Battle Passes, like Sparkle Specialist with Sparkle Supreme, and Ultimate Knight having his female variant in the Chapter 2 Season 3. And most popularly, Catalyst, being a reskin of Drift, which is practically his best reskin, if you think about it. But if we're going to play by your game, fine. Let's take Drift for example. My first Battle Pass skin, and one of the most greatest Battle Pass skins of all time. Drift has so many variants, right? But if you count the entirety of Drift, which is stages 1 through 4, or just merely just him and the coat, only 3 skins stand with this, which are Fade, Driftwalker, and Catalyst. But 2 of those are Battle Pass skins, so that goes out. One of them only resembles Drift in their first style, which only leaves us with Driftwalker. But the problem with him is that he sort of resembles him in his first style, but then we gotta remember that he's a vampire, and that's his main gimmick. So it isn't practically a Drift. You could say it's the only thing close to Drift, but it's just a Drift vampire. You can't just say that. Also, back to Ultimate Knight. His shop reskin, Pumpkin Knight, does not look as cool as him. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sure if you ask a kid or dude who games on the side, like a survey type questionnaire thing, that which skin they would buy for 15 bucks or 20, how much they'll do that. They'll mainly choose Ultimate Knight because first, Pumpkin Knight is a Halloween skin obviously, and secondly, Ultimate Knight just looks better. Well, I don't know how to end this segment, so I'm just going to mention this one thing I forgot. Yes, Stray is a really good Drift reskin, but he's a different dude, like Fade. Also, he can be put down as a member of the Fox clan, not a Drift reskin. Alright, we're done with this segment. Sorry if these are ending so abruptly, but hope you can continue enjoying this video. Bye. This argument could be used both ways, but personally I didn't see much toxicity from the people wanting battle passes back, but that could be argued. But I'm sorry to sound mean, but you OGs are really immature with the cry more stuff and begging Epic to give you exclusive styles for just being there back then and just sitting on your ass ever since. And I'm sorry, us entitled. Meanwhile, you all screeching from your dark ass rooms for Epic to give you a shitty exclusive style because you played before than other players. Get out! Generally, get out! That's like saying World at War players and Black Ops 1 players being the only ones that can get Zombie Chronicles through Black Ops 3. That is insane. And that is why exclusivity through digital products that don't exist or need resources is stupid. Also guys, I need to take a break quickly. I need to aura farm. So to convey to you my point more, here's this video from Straw Hat Aura, also known as the main dude that's just doing this movement. Alright, thank you, bye.
I don't mean to put this guy in particular on blast, but he represents an extremely toxic viewpoint, so I wanted to address it anyway. Remember, it's okay to lie as long as a community who low-key is entitled and spoiled about everything complains about it. Just go back and deceive the people who may have only paid and spent time getting the cosmetics under the guise they were exclusive permanently. They don't care anymore, and if they do, they're just gatekeepers and fun haters. It's abundantly clear this guy's trying to mock people who want the skins to come back, but let's talk about it. First and foremost, Epic Games is a company who needs to make money, and that's 10 times as true right now because they're still hurting from the FTC lawsuit. Plus, I find it very hypocritical to call anyone else entitled or spoiled when you're getting upset that Epic is sharing cosmetics. In the earlier seasons, you spent money that most likely wasn't even yours, and because of that, you feel entitled to skins you don't want other people to get. So that's the entitlement. As for being spoiled, the fact that you're arguing against what is not only most profitable for Epic, but also what is legal, that tells me that you're spoiled. Additionally, if your only reasoning to buy something is that it's never gonna come back, you're buying the wrong shit in this game. And what about Epic saying they're gonna resell items from newer battle passes in the item shop? You don't care about that. Because the fact of the matter is that you don't care about Epic Games lying to players. You care about keeping exclusive cosmetics that make you feel warm and fuzzy inside because no one else appreciates you. And in case you forgot, by creating an Epic Games account, you agree to their terms of service, one of which being that the terms of service are subject to change. So if you knew that any of what you thought were rules could change tomorrow and you still chose to buy stuff only because you thought it wouldn't return, that's your fault. So if you really do feel owed something and you think Epic should keep a promise they made forever ago, knowing that they would make more money if they didn't, I strongly suggest you and every other gatekeeper quit the game. New players are making accounts to take your place as we speak. And why is it such a minority bitching and moaning about being lied to? Why do I have so many OGs in my comment section saying that they don't care about stuff coming back and they want new players to be able to experience these skins? And I even speak personally as someone who started playing like mid chapter 1. I wouldn't care if every player on Earth got every skin that I have right now, because at the end of the day they're fucking skins, and that's what you need to realize. So if you're gonna Kurt Cobain yourself over polygons, you need to rearrange your priorities.
Alright, to say something about this argument, yes, I have founders. I have 3 V-Bucks, I have Warpin, I have Rose Team Leader, all of this. I had John Wick, first came out. I was glad he didn't come back till summer 2020, no, till winter 2023. I had Frostbite until I re-added him back in 2023 again. And if I did have Black Knight, yes, I would be mad that people are saying that it will come back, but I just generally don't think this is the right thing to do, just hoarding off skins for other people. And I think just giving them the chance to just play as their favourite characters is just right, really. I know you guys feel like you need something back for just playing their game for this long, but that's just parasocial at this point. I'm sorry, that's just the word. I know you made the pact with the business when you gave them money, but that was only to unlock the skin, not to get anything else. Also, they can just remove our stuff at any time. Like, if you get banned, every single rare thing you have in that account is gone. Remember when they removed one of Eminem's skins from the game just because it's hype for Houdini? Now, what am I alluding to? Is that they can just freely change anything in the account if they want to, and they just don't even have to give you anything back, because personally you bought that item by yourself. Also, to add on to this, obviously account selling is bad, but if you're like, wait a minute, we bought these so we own these, technically you don't own anything. I recently bought Sonic X Shadow Generations. That doesn't mean I have the disc copy right next to me, but I just bought it from the online store. I can just take it away from my account if I want to, just like how I can take away Wolfenstein: A New Order from my account, or any other digital game I've downloaded or purchased from the PlayStation Store, or Steam, or anywhere else. No blended PFP of a Renegade Raider. Account selling shouldn't be acceptable. Firstly, I said earlier how most are OG's accounts. Or if you count the ones that are stolen and stuff. Well, some of those accounts that are being sold are either stolen or hacked. And if you buy some of them, you're either going to get banned by Epic if they find out. B, your account gets pulled because the original dude is an asshole and is only using you to get money and doesn't want his rare stuff to go away. And 3, someone else is going to hack your account and then probably sell stuff. So, really, what are you defending with this? Alright guys, I don't have much to say for these next segments, so we're just gonna make this as a lightning round before we get to like my own arguments. Enjoy! Literally the only evidence that supports this thing is that the OG pass stuff are labelled as chapter 6, but to be fair, all the other game mode stuff are labelled as within that season, even Save the World. So I don't understand what you're trying to point out here. Just get out, bruh. Just get out. As stated earlier, you just sound parasocial at this point. It's just really sad if you think about it. But like, why are you entitled? Because you were here day one. Other games don't do this. And I know you guys made the game popular and then eventually that boom happened, but wasn't it technically Ninja playing with Drake that made Fortnite popular? But like, as I said earlier, if we look at the player charts, there's literally just as much, if not more, new gens, as you guys call them, than new OGs. So I really don't get what the point is here. As I said earlier, yes, the FOMO from exclusivity makes business, but it doesn't help a business in the long run. Imagine if they actually brought them back, right? Imagine how big that boom will be once they come back. Yes, I know it's only a one-time thing. Oh well, maybe. But like, it will help them knowing how much they're put into making these assets. Because game development is really expensive and it's hard. So I'm pretty sure that I talk about this back in the day or like recently, well, before that new change. And to you, a new player, do you feel appreciated that all these items, including these cool collab skins, for example Spider-Man, are locked away? It's like all these dudes are like dwindling, getting off the game. Do you feel really appreciated by Epic Games? Alright, we're done. Now on to my arguments. With all this about them not coming back, FireMonekey stated that the old Battle Pass files will move to a thing called Offer Catalog. Now, what is an Offer Catalog? Sounds very similar to the special offers and bundles within the item shop, but guess what's right above it? The Crew and Battle Pass section. And knowing our BPs are now 1,000, you might know where I'm going with this. Now, probably instead of having like 200 tiers for 1,000 V-Bucks or paying 10 bucks with the crew, you might get this old battle pass for 50 cents off, which will give you just 70, well, if it's only season 2, like 100 tiers for like 1 or 2 months. I don't know if they're still going to be sticking with the 10-month plan, but who knows. But like, there's this one thing that kind of supports my theory, right? Which is this survey they did on their website. Now, this came out in September, a month later, after they said that about the rest of the Chapter 5 and other battle passes being in the shop, right? Which leads to my final argument, which is Epic's choice. Alright, with every single piece of evidence I've shown you, how come does it contradict or debunk arguments the OGs are throwing around and why battle passes are not coming back? That's because it's actually Epic's choice. It is their game after all. They spent money making all the assets and we don't technically own anything from Fortnite. Well, except for that one Save the World disc, but to be fair, if you don't have internet, I'm pretty sure it isn't going to work. But other than that, I just want to say that Epic, I'm alright with whatever choice you make. That if you don't want to bring them back, that if you want to bring them back, or that if you want to bring them back later or not. I'm always alright with what you're going to do. And I'll still be playing the game. Because I like it. Which, isn't that the reason why we all stayed for this game? Because we liked what they gave us over the time with all the cool content updates, seasons, and few of us for the storyline, creative maps, and just the game being fun. I just don't see why a bunch of cosmetics should be, well, held to this degree. I know we're all scared that we're gonna go one day, and that's why we're all just grinding them out. But it's really Epic Games' choice, not ours. And I'm alright with that. Anything you say or anything to do. Also, it's not really the end of the world if you think about it. The other thing I don't like is that the gatekeeping assholes are gonna get a new high if they don't actually come back. But like, really, it's just a game. Hello, it's me again. I just want to say thank you for watching this video, and thanks to all of you that have, well, supported me through last video. Yes, even you guys who said cry more. Hate to say it, but thank you. You've helped me very dearly. And please, if you want to help me more, please I mean, please, if you want to help me reach my milestone of having 500 subs so I can get monetized. And I just want to say thank you to all the members of the community, especially you, helooHigh. Thank you for giving me somewhat of the confidence to making these 2 videos, and congratulations on getting 5k, bro, and being monetized. Well, I think that's all of today. Next video I might be theorizing some stuff. Later on with this channel, I think I might do more gaming videos. Like, who knows? Who knows? Well, I'll be going now. Thank you all for, well, watching this, and bye. Look, before you comment, I'm just gonna say this. I don't really care. I'm still gonna be sitting on my ass playing games, so I don't care if you call me a new gen or tell me to cry more, whatever fucking bullshit you're gonna throw at me, because I care about this topic so much. Firstly, you're probably wondering, hey Harrison, why do you like the comments on all your other videos but not in this one? That's obvious. I'm just not feeling like it anymore. And I'm really glad that you guys commented. Just something happened recently and I just don't want to deal with it anymore. So please, if you're like some nice person who's commenting to support the cause, or someone who's commenting to just tell me to cry more, or someone who I use video clips about on this video that want to tell me, hey, can you put this down? There's links in the descriptions to all my other stuff. You can do it. You can DM me through there. So, alright then. I think that's all. I'm going to be theorizing about other stuff now. So, goodbye guys. Bye.
You just sound parasocial at this point, as if you know the meaning of parasocial, you new gen loser. Go cry more about pixels that you will never get cause you're not OG, and you will never be. Stop crying over pixels, you 20-year-old wannabe OG loser, and keep crying as Epic bends down to all of us OGs will.
Ah, for fuck's sake.